It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Roosters Brewing Company, and this is a can of their 1,000-yard stare. This is a hazy pale ale coming in at 5.4% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Nice look of the can here. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass. Now this is naturally going to be a hazy beer. What I should do really, I should have probably, I've miscalculated it. I thought I could get a whole 440 can in this glass of beer. And what we have at the moment, this is probably of interest to some of you. What we have is a relatively clear glass of beer. That's because all of the sediment has made its way down to the bottom of the can. So all of the sediment, all of the haziness is in the bottom of the can there. So what we're going to need to do, it almost looks like a Pilsner here, a light golden ale. One finger white head, slight haze going on, good levels of carbonation. We're going to have to drink some of the beer and then throw the haze in afterwards. But it kind of gives you a different aspect of the beer. It probably tells you to probably pour half the can, give it a bit of a whirl round, get some more in your glass. I'm still an amateur. I've only done it 7,000 times. I should know by now. Aroma. Oh, it's still juicy though. Still really juicy. Got me salivating here. Orange peel, tangerine, lemon, spiciness. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, the fruit flies love it. Good amount of bitterness, lemon, orange peel, nice bitterness. What I find in experience is, I've done this before, I have done this before. When you get the haze in, which I'm going to do now, it softens the beer. There you go, look at that. What a difference. What a completely different beer. Now what it does, all of the sediment, all of the bits and pieces now in the bottom of the glass there, you can see the yeast. The haze. It softens the beer. To begin with, first few tastes, actually I'm pretty old school. I kind of like the old West Coast style beers. You're getting peel, orange peel, lemon peel. It's like biting on peel. You know, I don't have an orange here, or a lemon, or a grapefruit. I'm not that healthy. But I was gonna, you know, if I had one, I probably would have put some rind, some peel in my mouth and chewed it. But you've done it as a kid. Everybody's done it as a kid. You put it in, you chew it, and it kind of gives this really kind of strong orange or lemon kind of real kind of citrusy flavour and bitterness, loads of bitterness. That's what I was getting from the first couple of tastes of the beer. Now let's taste it with all of that softness and all of that sediment added to the beer. Completely different beer. The beer has been transformed by adding that sediment. It's so much softer. It's so much less harsh. There's so much more flavour in the middle of the beer. So you get a little bit of sweetness to begin with from that lovely kind of malt that's coming through. Light, crisp, wafer-like malt. And then you just get this massive beautiful middle now, where it's more the flesh of the fruits, more mango, more passion fruit, more grapefruit, more lemon, more orange, but softer. And then you get a little touch of bitterness on the back end. It's a fabulous beer. It's a fabulous beer. And I want to say a big thank you to Roosters Brewery. They sent me their whole range of beer relatively recently. I was on the website last night of Brew London. It'll be our first time going to Brew London this year. And I seen on the website that the Roosters Brewing Company, they're on the list, the brewers list, to be there. And I'd like to go and have a chat with these guys, because I've been drinking their beers ever since I watched a video of Zach Avery do a Roosters baby-faced assassin 9 years ago. And I was like, ooh, they sound good. I like the sound of the beer. I like the sound of the brewery. And I started, all of a sudden, all their beers started popping up in supermarkets for a while. And I started buying their supermarket beers, which were very, very good. They were very, very tasty. But they've gone into 440s. The last, I've been, I don't know how long they've been good, maybe a few years, but the last year I've been drinking their beer in 440 cans, and they've really they've stepped up. Their beers were great before, but it seems like they've stepped up to another level. They did an amazing coffee and chocolate porter that I had recently, six months ago. I can't remember the name. It was in a black 440 can like this. Beautiful beer. But their hazy beers are really good. Their IPAs, their New England IPAs. I even think they did a mountain IPA as well. But Roosters, I'm looking forward to coming to say hello to you guys at your stand. I'm going to come and say and have a beer with you on trade day, and maybe grab an interview as well. So for the channel, if I manage to get this video out before Brew London, that is, look out for the Roosters Brewing Company Brew London, not Brew York, Brew London video. I'm gonna make a beeline for those guys. I definitely am. Right. Fabulous. What do they say? Tasting notes. A full-flavoured hazy extra pale ale with an intense tropical fruit nose, citrus, stone fruit and resinous notes dance around the palate, giving way to a juicy, mouth-watering finish. Gluten-free, vegan, all of that stuff. Let's rate it. As I said, just to reiterate things, I've always been a fan of their beer. I've always thought Roosters Brewing Company have produced really, really solid, fantastic beer. I've never had a bad beer from Roosters Brewing Company. They've always been really, really good. And long may that continue, because these guys have been going since 1993. 1993. They're not a new brewery. They've been going for a long time. Rating. I love it. I love that. That is just really, really good tasting pale ale, hazy pale ale from Roosters. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.